Okay guys, we need to understand how blood sugar responds to different meals that you might think are not healthy. And an easy example is risotto, or a big plate of pasta, maybe a small plate of pasta, popcorn, wine, these things that have high glycemic response. And so what happens to your blood is when you eat these perceived sinful things, your blood sugar goes like this. And this is why we feel bad about it, because it gets hard to manage our hormones. After we eat, this insulin spike occurs, and then it's gonna drop. It's gonna drop, it's gonna drop, it's gonna drop. It's gonna drop below normal blood sugar levels. So if we don't have some type of nutrient inside of our digestive system already, and we rely solely on this risotto or this pasta to satiate us, we're gonna have a really big blood sugar spike. And that's when you start seeing people with wider hips, because it gets really hard to manage not just this, but this all the way up your body and kind of pretty much everywhere. So one way to enjoy your risotto or your pasta is to have some kind of lean protein with it. And of course, the easy example would be chicken breast or like prawn pasta. And you increase the amount of prawn, decrease the amount of pasta just a little bit, you start to have these sorts of responses where you have something that's being digested that doesn't have such a high spike, and you can manage that response, and you won't get these peaks and valleys of blood sugar, ups and downs, where you rely on these carbohydrates. Your body starts to crave that. If you can be somebody who understands the value of eating low glycemic and lean protein, alongside maybe you have like dessert after that meal, you might only reach this sort of response. But if it's always white rice and like some fried vegetables and like not considering the protein, you're going to have this more often. And that difference right there makes a big difference for what shows up here. And so you don't need to eat like perfect or whatever, but you do need to understand this response rate of your blood sugar, because those who are closer to this line here have a much better chance to have low inflammation, recover better, have better sensitivity to their nutrients and absorb them. And so if indeed you show up to dinner and it's risotto, it's cheesy, fatty rice with no lean protein, maybe just have a protein shake before dinner. And so now you have protein in your bloodstream or going through your digestive tract, getting into that rhythm of digestion, and then you have your risotto, you're gonna have a lower spike. So consider that as you go throughout your day. Like, here's another example. If you wake up and you have like a bowl of fruit or like some bread or something, you're gonna start your day with this spike, and then it's gonna drop. And then you probably start craving some other high carbohydrate dense food, because your body's, that's what it's getting and that's what it's asking for. So that's one reason why protein is necessary, but also, protein also helps you maintain and build lean muscle tissue, especially while you're doing strength training. So consider this graph. Try to have less peaks and dips throughout your day, and you got a better chance to stay light and healthy throughout your life. Buttongenic, light and strong for life.